Okay, folks, here's a quick review of the Carnage figure that was produced by Hasbro as a part of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series 6-inch scale line of action figures. This is part of the Spider-Man subline that contains pieces for the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure. Okay, of all the figures in this Spider-Man subline, this is the one that I wanted to get the most. I've been looking for a Carnage figure in this scale for a long period of time, so I was quite pleased to be able to find him in my local Walmart. And by the looks of it, this figure represents how Carnage looked in the Maximum Carnage graphic novel. Okay, this is one of two figures that are branded Spawn of Symbiotes on the packaging. The other Spawn of Symbiotes figure in this Spider-Man subline is Toxin, and will have the same Green Goblin figure piece in his packaging that was included with this figure. And I'll show you the Goblin piece that I got with this Carnage figure later on in the review. The articulation joints on the figure were very stiff and required usage of a hairdryer to free them up. Carnage has articulation in the head, shoulders, the upper biceps, the elbows, the wrists, the diaphragm, the waist, the hips, the calves, the knees, and the ankles. The head moves 360 degrees and has a really nice range of up and down movement. The shoulders rotate and move in and out. The knees and elbows are double jointed. The ankles move up and down, and there's also an ankle pivot joint. So, once again, it goes without saying that getting some good action poses will not be an issue with this figure whatsoever. Also, the tendrils are made of a somewhat flexible plastic, and they seem to retain their shape rather nicely. Paint apps on this figure, they were, for the most part, well done. I found some minor chipping on Carnage's right side, and the area in between his eyes was somewhat smudged. So let me pause here and zoom in, and I'll give you a closer look as to what Carnage looks like. Okay. Alright, Carnage did come with one accessory, so let me take a break here for just a second, and I'll show you what that was. There's no figure stand included in the package. Okay, so here is Carnage's loan accessory. This is an elongated tendril that plugs into a peg hole on Carnage's back. This looks great, and it's a nice addition to the tendrils already molded in place on Carnage's arms and legs. It's made of the same somewhat flexible plastic that the other tendrils are made of, and it appears to retain its shape just fine as well. Okay, and here are the Goblin pieces that were included with Carnage. We have a flame accessory that mounts onto the Build-A-Figure's back, and the Goblin's head as well. And as I said, these same pieces will also be included with the forthcoming Toxin figure. Okay, what I'm going to do now is a quick 360 of Carnage for you, and let you see what he looks like from all sides. So here he is from the front. Alright, here's Carnage from the left-hand side. Okay, here is Carnage from the rear. Okay, here's Carnage from the right-hand side. Finally, here we are, once again facing forward. So overall, I'd have to say that I really like this figure. And I'm really happy that I have a Carnage figure in this scale at last in my collection. There are plenty of articulation joints on this figure for action poses. And aside from the paint app errors that I did find on my Carnage figure, I really have nothing to complain about with this particular rendition of Carnage. So therefore, what else can I say? I think Carnage should definitely get a great recommendation. If you see him in stores, you really ought to pick this figure up, as I think he'll definitely make an excellent addition to your Amazing Spider-Man or Marvel Legends figure collection. And in my opinion, this is the best looking Carnage figure that has been produced in this scale as of this recording. Okay, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.